is why the heat waves are more expensive.
How much time do we have left?
Like 10 days?
Nine.
Yeah?
It's
That's a tough critic right there, too.
What the f happened there? Whoa. What up? Welcome back to the 2025 Harley-Davidson Heritage Born Free build that we're doing here at Blockhead Garage. For those of you that maybe haven't seen past episodes or aren't up to speed, we are doing a build for Born Free. We were invited by Harley-Davidson, iconic event that is known as Born Free in California. The caliber of builds that show up there is just mind-blowing. When Harley-Davidson asked if I wanted to be a part of this, I said, hell yeah, cranking away at it, trying to get it done, but we made a lot of progress. So let's kind of bring you guys up to speed on where we're at so far. Taking the Softail platform and we have hardtailed it. So no more swing arm back here. It is now a hardtail frame. We cut it, welded it, puttied it, shaped it, painted it. It is pretty much to the point of being done. I say that with hesitation because I feel like, you know, the builds are never done. We have the mounts for the toolbox. We have some little ears here on each side. That is for the fender supports. We went with the, what the f happened there? Whoa.
How did that happen?
Dude,
that feels like something hit it.
Yeah.
There's no way because there's nothing on this.
I mean, bruh.
That's weird, dude.
I gotta refinish that. We're literally like jumping right into it. You guys are finding this out on the camera as we are. Like this thing was immaculate. It was perfect.
Yeah, that's weird, dude.
Like there's a ghost in this shop or some. That was perfect. And it, yeah, it looks like something hit it. But there hasn't been anything here. Like there's literally nothing standing up around it.
That wasn't like
I'm trying to think, like, is this standing up here and it fell? But even if it did,
it's not tall enough.
yeah, like what the like, cause on that side I was like, we're almost done. Go figure, right? Okay, so yeah, that's we're adding that to the list. Yeah, we did a chain drive conversion. We actually took the sprocket off so that we could polish it. So there it is, all nicely polished up. We are going to remount that here in just a minute, and then we're going to get the primary and all that stuff back together. Obviously, let's show you guys the rear fender now that that's painted. Oh, also we have all the dogs in the shop today. So we got Zuko and Tyson and Riddle. And the reason that they're all here is because there's wildfires in Central Florida, which is super weird. That's a California thing.
Florida on fire. People were forced to evacuate.
They've been trying to battle these flames and put a fire line around the burning area there.
Whenever I went outside, there's lots of smoke in my house. Amanda's currently out of town visiting family, so she has the van. I brought all the dogs with me to work today, just in case our house burns down. I don't want the dogs in it. Real quick, look at what I brought them in. Me and these 3 dogs drove to work today in
A 2-door Challenger, damn dog. That's just kidding.
94 BMW E36. Definitely not meant for huge dogs like these ones are. Tyson 160 pounds, Zuko's like 110. Riddle, he's a medium, mid-sized dog. Here's the fender. Alan did an amazing job on it. This thing it still looks wet, right? Like it looks super glossy. So we haven't even removed this thing from when it got its final coat of clear. Take this down. I'm only gonna do that whenever it is ready to go on the bike because I don't want to touch it. Even the tank out there is to the point where it's like, I feel, you know, whenever we used to build bikes for customers and then you would want to do that like final kind of ride on it, I never wanted to do that final ride because it was like the liability for one, but then also the like, if a rock chips this thing, a car in front of us like throws up a rock or something, I would just feel terrible about it. So the tank's been setting over here, well out of reach. It's got a little bit of dust on it, but here's the tank. Looking beautiful. It's so funny in the camera, like this and this, they look the same blue, but they're not whatsoever. Fender supports and the old school style tail lights. There you go, you guys are caught up. If you haven't seen the episodes up until now, I highly recommend going and check them out. Lots of work between here and there. We are going to be focusing on the front end in this episode. So we have a box here, which has a lot of parts in it, many which are from TC Bros. We actually have a lot of non-TC Bros parts here. We've got some stuff that I ordered from Amazon. We'll unbox that stuff first. So this is a pair of actual good metal calipers. I have been working with a set of plastic calipers for a while. I'll be sure to drop the link to everything, you know, I show here in the description down below. The plastic has some deflection, right? So whenever you measure out, whenever you're between something, if you kind of press a little bit harder, the plastic, it bends a little bit. If you want like that super precise, accurate measurement, you know, get metal, it's not gonna have that bend to it. And whenever you get to like that point, you can just go, meh, and then locks it in place. Got a lot of other cool tools in here too. So whenever I was working with Billy Lane on the hardtail, he had this really big tool that was an angle finder. I had no idea this tool even existed. That's the perk of, you know, being able to work with people in this industry. You know, coming across super cool stuff like that, obviously being able to work with Billy, but tapping into his knowledge and learning about tools that didn't exist. So thought we would highlight this one too. This is a digital angle finder. So basically you've got lock to the right, unlock, or open to the left. So if you go boop, right, and then you move that up, it gives you the angle, because we wanted to match the angle of the forks to the angle of the support bracketry for the fender. Another tool that does that job really well is this little thing, digital angle finder or digital angle gauge. Wherever we set it to, like that's gonna be the angle that it finds, right? So if we set it here, right, we know this is level or relatively level. All right, so that's 0. Right now we pick this up, we put it on here. There you go. There's the angle of the front forks. Now, if we want to transfer that over, so we wanted these to be 59.42, right? Or a similar angle. So that way we can dial that in and be like, okay, cool. We would need to be right about there. Super useful. So these two things are contour gauges. So the angle of the rear axle plates and like the fender support ears that we welded on, you know, to find that angle, you would use something like this and then mark it on the little ear, and then you know exactly where to trim. So you got larger application, smaller application. Since Alan isn't here anymore and he took his Heatwave Visual safety squints with him, I went ahead and scooped up some safety glasses because I know we're going to be doing more cutting, angle grinding, welding. It was a pair of 4 for like $9 or something, so nothing crazy. Oh, these are so small on my face too. Yeah, they'll do the job, but this is why the heat waves are more expensive. So on to the TC Bros stuff. We have a Springer solo seat mounting kit. Putting this onto our pan that we've made that Justin sanded down and primered. So we're gonna take some of the primer off of that. We'll weld these into place once we get everything positioned. The Springer front end brake caliper kit for left side in chrome. Oh yeah. Caliper, the bracketry to essentially mount it all up. Another cold rolled fender. This is the part we needed in order to get the fitment of the front end dialed. So let's go ahead and take these. Right, probably like that. Damn, even then. Okay. So we don't need as large of a spacer on the inside. What if we were to just flip that? So that would still set against the bearing.
A little bit, yeah.
I mean, there's clearance. And see right there? So we can bring it over. And then we always have, you know, these guys that we can use. And then we can add spacing to this side. The fine tuning and the dialing, the fitment comes in. And the lathe, yeah, because it's way left. But I mean, what we do know, just from this test fit, is that that needs to be that distance for this bracketry and the caliper to line up like they are there. This is where we figure out this little doodad. So at minimum, we can be there, right? So that tank, that ear that comes off. They sent us a banjo. I don't even play that instrument, but you know, I can learn, I guess. You basically clamp the brakes, the pads grip, the rotor, it wants to pull this forward, right? So that will be stopped by this piece. So you want it to be as, you know, straight here as possible. Step one, get the spacing here right, so we can get this all dialed in to be centered, but we know it will all fit now that we've got it kind of mocked up. You know what we should do before continuing any of this is we should actually mount it into the neck correctly instead of just like
Mocked.
how we have it mocked up, please. Yeah. So I have a whole other YouTube channel called John X Block where I don't work on motorcycles, I work on vehicles. The content that's coming out, 1994 BMW E36, which you guys saw earlier, brought all the dogs here in it. So my AC is on the fritz. I've been trying to keep this thing alive. It will only blow on like setting 1, 2, 3, 4. It'll only blow on 4 because the little capacitor is dying. So I have to replace that, which I have that piece in. But the blower is about to die. I'm gonna call it a day. I'm gonna knock that out because I need AC driving in Florida summer. Justin's gotta go. What do you have to do?
Internet. I just moved into a new place, so I gotta go meet the internet guy. We'll be back tomorrow.
Welcome back, you sons of bitch. We're just jumping right in. I'm doing some fitment on some stuff right now, making sure that, you know, I haven't fucked up so much that the side covers don't fit. They seem to be fitting, so that's a good thing. Amanda is going to take over painting them.
We are scuffing the side covers, and then we're gonna put that water transfer on that we need to. Then wait for that to dry, clear coat.
The one we constantly reference is pictures from the museum. So you guys will notice, a lot of people think that this little patent, you know, trademark thing is on the toolbox, right? Which would go on the toolbox here, but it's actually on the oil tank. Like this one has it on the toolbox, but then it also has another thing on the oil tank based on the museum photo. That correct OEM placement is on the oil tank. All right, so we've done a couple things off camera where we're just kind of like mocking up the decals. So we put the tank on, and then we put the side covers on, and then basically kind of feeling out where the decals would go. You kind of need the stuff on there to get the feel of the bike, right? Because it's like, this isn't an exact science. It's literally just putting them on there and be like, doesn't feel right. We can't go off of the factory lines because, like on the other side, this was actually parallel with this line, right? Which that does not feel right. If you go parallel with this, it like is leaning over way too much. You also had those oil lines that were coming out going down this way, so that was square and that was square, and then the emblem sat perfectly in there. But with the angle of this and no oil lines, it doesn't feel right if we kind of match that. So this is kind of where we put it to, I don't know, it just feels right. Yeah. Whenever you're standing back, whenever you're standing in front of it, looking at it from the top, both sides, it feels right. Big moment here, we're taking the fender down. You good? Yep. Woo. Dude, look at the red. Like, you gotta come on this side to kind of get more of it like in the sun, but.
Oh yeah, nice. Way better. Hell yeah.
Metallic. That's insane. That's crazy.
This is sick. It's nice to see the lines with the bars on it. I'm a big fan of the bars.
Yeah, the bars are cool.
Big fan of the bars. Fender's sick. It'll look even doper with the little fender mount struts.
Yeah.
That'll be cool.
I have goosebumps. It's so beautiful. Think about when you started and that black Heritage pulled in. You're like, that's cool. This is really cool.
Yeah, it's insane transformation.
It's looking really sick. The fender really ties it together versus what we were just looking at, you know? And the bars are sick with the rollback.
Big fan of the bars.
I'm stressed, man. Stressed. All right, so that exhaust that we were fabricating right with like our headers, we have back from Cerakote. So this is the only pair of black exhaust that we've ever done. We get so many requests for it, but we don't do it because it's so easy to scratch. Ooh! That's awesome. Ooh. Even the clamp black.
Step back.
Thumbs up, bruvs. Honestly, I would have liked it in chrome, but this is one of those like in-betweens. The header system was stainless, then the replica that we got was in chrome. Obviously, we couldn't match like replica headers from back then to, you know, a modern M8. So this is the in-between that we came up with, but I think in the future that's something I would change that exhaust out to chrome because I think it would really make it pop. But this is sick.
From when I walked in to now, it's like,
Yep.
Oh yeah, because you guys were here when it was bone stock and we were pulling parts off of
Even
it.
an hour ago.
Yeah.
An hour ago, you know, but yeah, it really like ties together.
Even an hour ago? That's funny.
Yeah.
This is the part where it's like almost like I don't know if you should have done this right now.
Yeah, I wish we wouldn't have kind of thing. 'Cause
Yeah.
then that means it needs to get painted.
It does look good.
Or we
though.
just leave it raw, ooh, rah. Like Lady Gaga's favorite sushi.
It would look amazing if you can get it done. If you can't get it done, it still looks cool and you can do it later.
Right. How much time do we have left?
Like 10 days.
9 days?
But I think it'll look better with a front fender. I am doing the water transfers on the side covers.
Can we try left side first?
Sure.
It is left side's experiment side, just so you get the process down.
The important
and then
side.
right side is the important side.
Honestly, I like
Joe
the left.
agrees.
Right side's always most photogenic, exhaust side.
So Amanda said it has to be on a flat surface, and we don't have a bowl, so John got a carbon fiber fender and filled it up with water.
That's right.
Yeah?
That's
That's a tough critic right there, too.
Yeah, she's right.
Yeah, I know.
Much better. Sandy, tack. All right, so we got those bungs welded into place. They don't look great, but I will say, I'm being super transparent here. Welding is one of those things, and I've said this before in videos, that gets a lot of criticism, but literally nobody starts out knowing how to weld. Like, you're not born with the knowledge of welding. So the more you put into it, the better you get. On this build, it has been massive for my progress, I think. I've gotten a lot more confident in it. Can I get better? Fuck yeah. But progress is being made. I'm super stoked about this build for, one, how it's coming together, but two, how much more I'm kind of like starting to understand welding. This basically should line right up, which it does. Perfect. So we got to get a brace in here essentially. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut some stock and we're gonna brace the bottom of this thing. This metal, it's not like super thick. I mean, it's pretty stout, but you know, if you were to sit down on this thing or like hit a gnarly bump, it could potentially like bend the metal. So I marked the leftmost edge there, so I'm gonna line that up, see if the magnets will hold it. Do they hold it? Hey, they hold it. Structurally, it's doing its job. We got the regular thin metal there, thicker metal there. I know there's like just the feel difference. Second coat of primer. Kind of sanded it down a little bit after the first one. Let it dry. Come back. Hit it with some black. There's a little 2025 Harley-Davidson controls on 1937 bars.